This is John Paul. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. Today I want to talk about two things. Tillet, Twitter, and Amber Heard. Wait, I guess it's three. Okay, so I made a little video on Tillet, and the video was pretty nice actually. I was being polite. I called Tillet Mister. I kind of apologized a little too much for not knowing how to address a transgender person. And what happened was, he blocked me on Twitter. So the thing is, when you block somebody, first of all, I find it slightly distasteful. I've never blocked anyone. I didn't actually do anything to him. And the thing is, if you have a problem with somebody, tell them. Don't just block someone. This is what happens when I criticize Lucasfilms, Star Wars, things like that, which I don't like the Disney trilogy. What happens is a media shill will block me, because they don't want to hear what I have to say about the Disney trilogy, why it's bad, my logic. They don't want their shilly things contradicted. For example, if they say, oh, The Last Jedi was great because of this, they don't want to see my contradiction. The point is, it kind of shows character in a similar way, where if you block someone, it kind of shows that you're like the lower person. You're not meeting them eye to eye. You're not talking to them. You're not being like, okay, I disagree with you, here's why I disagree, and, maybe let's just be cool. So for example, if he, let's say, DM me on Twitter instead of blocking me, said, hey man, you made a video about me, I don't appreciate that, look, it hasn't gone to trial yet with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, just, please give me a chance. I'd be like, alright, this guy's kind of nice, and maybe I'd feel bad. I'd be like, well, he's coming to me personally. He's saying, hey man, let's just be cool. Let's just be friends. Keep it as simple as that. And I might even take the video down, or I might even retract it, or I might say something like, hey, he reached out to me and he was pretty polite, and I've kind of got no choice but to at least be civil with him, or at least calm down on what I'm going to say about him. Things like this. But if you block me, then it's going to make it worse. Now I'm going to say, well, what don't you want me to see? Let me find that stuff. How come you can't have a dialogue? I have a small channel here. I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not famous. That goes without saying. Maybe hopefully a little bigger someday. But the point is, he could at least recognize me as somebody he can communicate with. Okay? I'm not somebody who's on Twitter with 10 followers following 1,000 people, just causing trouble and trolling and things like that. My comments are pretty well thought out, and so are my videos. And as far as the things he says about Amber Heard, it just makes her look even more sketchy, more shady basically. He would be better to completely keep his mouth shut. But I guess we're not dealing with people who are so incredibly smart now, are we? If they were so smart, they probably would not be in the position they're in now, which is looking guilty to pretty much the entire world. I mean, the stuff he said on Twitter, you could really analyze a lot of that stuff and get some information from that you could use against him, which was what people were trying to tell him, is that, man, you should have just kept your mouth shut. You would have been in a better position. Just in the same way, if I wasn't blocked, he would have been in a better position. I'm not sure if I could call him him. I heard from a subscriber here that Tillet was born a woman, so maybe I should say she. I just don't know. I'm so confused. Some of my own subscribers here were like, hey, yo, you're being too polite. You got to hit that shit harder, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm just trying to be cool. So if I'm polite, at least that kind of should make me more approachable, easier to deal with, easier to have a conversation with, than just bad mouthing and cursing and stuff like this. But I tried that. I tried being kind of polite, and now I guess I'll just try something else. Anyway, this was kind of a rant. I never do rants, but I'm on no sleep here, and I figured, what the hell? Make some videos. Why not? Because I gotta do everything else around here. I can't cook, but aside from that, looking after kids, working, doing all kind of cleaning, laundry, stuff like that. It never ends. I'd make a Japan vlog, but we're stuck inside, so what am I gonna do? It would pretty much be like this. Alright, we're ending it. If you're still watching and had to go through that, my bad. Consider subscribing if you haven't. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. I don't always point like this, but what the hell, like I said, I'm on like zero sleep, so it's coming out pretty random now, and I will see you next time.
If you are not subscribed to this channel, The Entertainment Hacker, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button now.
Central Parkway in the night with the orange lights, alright. You can take a drive, fucking